older people, bless them, older people in my life where they'll be like, oh, I suppose I should say I'm really glad to meet you. And I'll be like, wait, I don't get it. And I'll be like, oh God, yeah, right, got you, right, yeah. Hey MTV, it's PinkPantheress, and I'll be answering 20 questions for 2025.
My name is Pink and I'm really glad to meet you. You're recommended to me by some people. Hey, is this illegal?
So the creative process for Fancy That was that I was taking it uber seriously, and instead of just focusing on the music itself and solely on the music, I decided to focus on everything. So I focused on visuals, videos, my own like styling, aesthetics, and honestly, in any other project that I've done, I've never really thought about that. I've made it only about the music, but this time I said, you know what? I'm going to actually do my thing, do my big one. And I hope I did my big one. Doing fan signings for the first time, I'd never done that, and that was extremely strenuous, but it was also amazing. Like as an experience, it was an amazing experience, meeting everybody, taking photos and seeing people's artwork was amazing. It's like I went to like pop star like training camp or something. Stateside was planned and shot in like a week, edited in like a day. It was a ridiculous turnaround period for that video because we ended up deciding last minute that we wanted to change the concept, and it was a whole nightmare. But my friend Emma, who did direct the video, did such an amazing job. She pulled it off.
Tell me, when is the next time I'll run into you? It sounds insane, right? I'll take the same flight, wait at your bedside.
The editing process was really fun for that because I used to be an editor. I went to uni for film, so I did editing. And so in my head, I knew what I wanted, but I just, giving notes to the editor and then seeing them actually being like exacted into the video was really a great experience. But on set, I mean, being surrounded by all those naked men was fun. Pretty sure most of them were gay. Regardless, it was a great thing to see. Loved it. I love listening to a lot of Basement Jaxx, so any tracks of theirs, honestly, genuinely these days. They've got a song called Plug It In, which is really good. A song called Unconditional by Tinashe. I love listening to a lot of K-Tronada, Type Me Up. What else? TSU by Drake specifically. Yeah. For me, it was like MIA is someone that I really look up to. I think her career is busts on the MIA tune. Amazing experience. She's also self-produced, self-written, just an amazing like example of that representation, something that I look at and think, okay, I'd love this for myself. Kalala too, goes without saying. People like Tinashe I look at as well. These people are my blueprint, like that's pretty much what I have to say about that. One of the things I actually find most important in my career is representation. And I know that's very corny, cheesy, everyone says it, but genuinely it brings me such joy. I was just speaking about how I meet so many of my fans and they are literally like carbon copies of me. Like we all have the same interests. We all have the same like life experience. It's insane. Like we all identify so well with each other, and they'll tell me to my face, they'll be like, it's actually crazy that like you've managed to do all this across America, across all these different countries. Like, and I think hearing that for me, even like back in the day, it still resonates with me so much because I realized growing up, there wasn't many artists I could look at as like a form of blueprint. Rihanna, because just great. Just that is just, because you know what actually, because I was reliving all of her old EDM music, which she did with Calvin Harris, and I was just like, wow, like that was a time, and I would just love to hear her on that vibe. Her with David Guetta too, amazing collaborations. Who's That Chick? Amazing song. I would love to do an EDM track with Rihanna. So I was doing a lot of research into music video styles for that particular song because I really wanted to do something period drama kind of vibe for it. I've never worn like costumes in a video, but I also knew I wanted an impact and something that people could like really like understand what I was going for rather than it being like vague, like what is that? So I was like, okay, let's do like Tudor, Georgian times, era, Bridgerton vibes, cool.
I waited all this time, now I guess it's time I cannot try. A million things I can say, but baby, I'll be someone go.
That was basically what I was going for. And I was doing research into it. I was looking at this Jamiroquai video called King for a Day, which is set in Tudor times. I was also looking at the Vogue performance that Madonna did, which was amazing. She had the whole wig on, the dancing was amazing. But yeah, that was a great source of inspiration. It was really fun. Oh, I've written Steve Lacy. I have been I've thought about it more than once about having him as like a love interest in a video, because just face card and also just like, he's very good on camera, just in everything I've seen, he just is very good. So I would love him to be in a music video. He nearly was in one, but I think schedules were unfortunately not permitting it. I'd also love Iowa Edibiri. So yeah, that would be fun, those two particularly. I was shocked, I was like, oh, that's nice. Very nice. People just kept bringing up that specific line and saying it's genius how she opens up the whole mixtape by introducing herself like it's genius. And I thought about that when I wrote it, but I didn't necessarily think people were gonna necessarily gag for it the way they did. So yeah, I was very happy. Oh Lord. I really like, there's one guy who was very early on and I can't remember his, God, he has amazing vocals, but he like did this vocal cover of it and I was like,
hey, ooh, is this illegal? Hey, ooh, this feels illegal, yeah.
When I'm emotional, I enjoy listening to The Streets, if anyone knows who they are. I like Burial too. I sound like such a nerd, but not a nerd, but I just sound like one of those. I enjoy kind of dance, but it's kind of more depressing chord dance music when I'm sad, if that makes sense. Imogen Heap's really good for that too. Frou Frou's good. Linkin Park. A few collabs I've done has been because like my fans are like, please, please, please. I'm like, okay, yes, we'll do it. Genuinely, like every single comment I get, every single thing is just like, please collab, collab, collab. And I was like, you know what? I was a fan obviously, so it was fine. I was like, of course I'm gonna do this because that would be great. She's also shown so much love over the last few years. So I was like, this makes so much sense. And of course, like it was lovely. It was so easy to set it up. Her team's so lovely. And also they're very like quick. Like they had this, it was through the gate. They're good. Oh, Shin Ramen's nice with a bit of cheese, bit of mayonnaise. Really good. It does cause issues though. Let's just be real. Let's keep it being with each other. It causes issues, mind you. It tastes so good, I don't really care. After a show, it's just really good to clear out the sinuses because it's very spicy. I bring my own blankie. I bring a lot of snacks. I also bring a steamer sometimes, my LED therapy light mask. I bring a lot of purses. I bring laptop, my recording stuff just in case. Pretty much traditional things that one would bring onto a tour. There was just a moment where like I took a pause and I actually had no idea what was happening. I thought they were cheering for someone behind me. So I was like, what's happening? Is my DJ doing something funny? Like what is, and they just kept cheering and I was like, wait, for me? It was crazy and it just took me back because I just didn't expect such a warm, nice, welcoming vibe from that type of festival. But the festival is so iconic, but again, I just thought that I was maybe too new, too Gen Z. I don't know what I thought, but it was such a great reaction and I was very happy, it was very lovely. I will be doing it again, hopefully. I was very shocked because my dad used to teach at that university, so I thought, is there anything to do with him? Like, but low-key, when I went there, no one even brought up my dad, and it almost felt like they didn't know my dad used to teach at that university, so I was like, okay, it's because I'm from the city where the uni is based, so I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. But generally speaking, I was very shocked to be announced as that, and I was surprised they asked me because, well, that's just a shocking thing, is like, do I deserve that? Like, do I really deserve it? But regardless of if I deserve it or not, I was very thankful that they gave me it or they recognized me as such, because that's my city and it's also something which you don't really get offered every day. So, and also just to say, I was there, I watched everybody receive their certificates. I'm so proud of all the graduates. Akon, Destin Conrad, Beyonce, Amine, Kendrick. Disclosure. I'm just looking through my thing. Random. Lola Young I met for the first time. Troye Sivan, which is funny because you know what? Bless him. He thought we'd met years ago and he was convinced. He was like, no, we've met at a party before. And I was like, no, we've never met before. We've never ever met. And he was like, no, it was you, it was you. I was like, we've never met. So he thought he'd met me. I think he must have met someone that maybe looks like me, but he hadn't met before. Met him for the first time. Lovely, loveliest. And gorgeous, gorgeous in person. Oh, I enjoyed a film called Companion with Sophie Thatcher. I also then met her, gorgeous girl. Wow. Gorgeous girl. The only thing that people are telling is Love Island. I need to watch the American version apparently, but obviously me, I'm like, we have the UK version, but everyone's like, nah, you need to watch the American version. So we'll see if that happens. I'm excited. I think they played one of my songs in it. So yeah, we'll see. Oh Lord, I wish I could ask them myself. No idea. Shave my head? I've shaved my head, so. I love knowing people's favorite songs of mine. I mean, that's a pretty basic question. What is one item of clothing that you do not want to see me in ever again? Because sometimes I wear things and people are like, so I just want to know like what the worst thing they have seen me wear would be, so like I can know just out of funny interest what that was. But otherwise, no, I think me and my fans have a listen, we know each other. I know what they want. I think they respect me enough to know what I want in terms of like as an artist and boundaries we set. But I listen to them a lot, so if they're calling for a feature, for example, I'm like, okay, actually let me think about that and actually like take you guys for real seriously. Hope you guys have learned a little bit about me. I go on tour this fall and my mixtape Fancy That is out now. So if you want, you can give it a listen. And yeah, thank you.